I love that. That gives us such a great perspective as to who you are and what's been poured into you. Really beautiful. And I know that you work with the 5 elements of nature. Can you tell
Mhm.
us more about that?
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start, but let's just start with the fact that you have 5 elements in your body. So you have the element of earth through your tissue, through your bones. You came from earth and you're going back to earth. So the earth element in the body is down in this area where you have, the release of earthy type substances into the bathroom. The next part of elemental connection between the outside world and your body is water. You obviously have saliva, you have juice in your eyeballs, you have lymphatic fluid going through your body, and you have the reproductive system, and this would be around this area. Primarily water is here. The fire element that would be seen outside exists within you, within the stomach. So even though we might not think of our stomachs being fiery, in Ayurveda, we have this word Agni that means the fire of the digestive system. And there's a little part of the stomach called the ampoule of the stomach, which is actually at 102 degrees, which is really hot.
Wow.
So we have a lot of fire in terms of the acid of the stomach. And of course, we have a body temperature as well. But this is the area of fire. The area of air, like we have air, wind outside. We have the air in the lungs. So this area here. And then all of the 4 elements are held within the container of ether, the element of space. I'm taking up space in this world. And we have this etheric capacity, right? We're aware of ourselves in space, and it's kind of ether is the most subtle of the 5 elements, and it's the energy, it's the magic, it's the sparkles.
Thank you so much. What about the higher consciousness around food?
So higher consciousness around food, when I teach around nutrition, I like to see food from a pranic level. So each food type has different densities. So for example, something like a red meat is very, very dense. It's very thick. It's strong. It has an energetic quality that is very different from, let's say, a cucumber. So a red meat would, in elemental terms, we would say that's very earthy. So if you're someone who had like a lot of air, a lot of vata energy, like you're anxious, you're kind of like all over the place, red meat would be kind of your medicine because it's very grounded and dense. Whereas something like a cucumber has a lot of water and is a lighter energy to it. It's very fresh feeling. It, looks different, tastes different. Cucumbers are light, they're cooling, they have that quality to them. So if you're someone who tends to overheat, who has a lot of hot flashes, inflammation in the body, we would say, oh, cucumber would be a nice way to help balance you. So that's one way of doing nutrition. The other is where you use nutrition, like I teach about cleanses, detoxing, to allow your body to be working at a higher vibration, which is great if you like to do more intuitive work and energy work. And then lastly is, choosing the food that has the most prana in it. And prana is life force energy. A lot of times I'm giving people language around things that they, if I say, take something that's processed and put it in the microwave and bring it out versus a nicely just fresh cut piece of melon. And I say, what's the difference? You might say, well, this is processed, this is real. But what we're really talking about is the prana, is the life force energy, especially if a melon is just being picked and you've just cut it. It's bursting with that energy versus the kind of microwave meal. So, yeah.
Got it. Oh, that's beautiful. And food can be really healing. And I'm certain in Ayurveda, we use food as part of that process to heal.
Yeah. So they say in Ayurveda, when food is good, medicine is of no need. And when medicine is needed, food is no good because you're past the place where you can kind of do something. So eating consciously is really suggested in in yoga and in Ayurveda to keep the body, because at the end of the day, this body is your food. You are made from your food. It did, it doesn't come from anywhere else.
Right, right. Wow. Can you perhaps tell us a little bit more about your energy work or maybe the subtle body work that you do?
Yeah, so the energy work is subtle because this is the physical, what we can see, feel, touch. It comes through the five senses. Energy is working a little bit more in the etheric realm, although it comes obviously through the physical, right? The energy comes through me, and we are electromagnetic beings. We have a field around us. We are not necessarily super conscious of it, but I tell people, if you're in an elevator and someone's standing a little close to you, like, they're not touching you, they're not really, pushing you or bothering you, but there is that sense of awareness of like, ooh, I don't like that, and that is where our fields are touching. Now, we override it a lot. Obviously, we have to get in elevators with people, but people that tell me they don't know what I'm talking about with energy. And I say, have you ever done this? Been in the net? They're, oh yeah. And I'm like, that's your field touching someone that you don't know. You've let them into an energetic field when you don't, it's an artificial situation. So yes, we have a field around us and it's constantly changing. And when the body is depleted or sick, the energy is, well, just like a dimmer switch on a light, it's dimmer. It's not you're not getting the full bang for the buck. So the food can help raise the energy. The poses that we do in yoga shift the energy to various body parts. And some of the breath work we do is garnering more prana. Meditation, just by not even doing something, actually gives us more energy, and a very specific type of energy. And the highest energy centers in the body are the hands. So our hands are very filled with prana, and we can use those to heal ourselves and to heal others.
Wow, I completely understand why they refer to you as a one-stop shop. Quite the jack of all trades, I must say. And you do put very deep topics into really succinct, easy to digest bits and pieces. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. And I'm certain those watching will be sure to tune in to participate in your incredible, intuitive, and interactive experiences. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Morgan.
My pleasure. And where can people find you? What's your website?
So my website is beautiful-alchemy.heymarvelous.com.
And of course, you can find Nic on the Vivaya site as well, and she'll have her own guide profile. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you.